Honorable Ministers of the Council, members of the media, radio listeners via St. Martin of Radio 107.9 FM, respective radio stations island-wide, Tel TV Plus Channel 15 viewers, and online viewers. I'm Rolika Roach, and welcome to the live Council of Ministers press briefing for today, Wednesday, February 12, 2025. At this time, I would like to invite the Honorable Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Melissa Gums, to address you. Minister Gums, you have the floor.
Good morning, members of the media, my colleague ministers, and people of St. Martin. Today, I'd like to provide some updates on several key initiatives within the Ministry of ECYS. As I enter my third month in office, my cabinet and I remain committed to strengthening the ministry's operations and enhancing services for our students, educators, and all stakeholders. Yesterday, I met with a delegation from the Collectivité of St. Martin to explore collaboration opportunities in the areas of education, culture, youth, and particularly sports. As one island, I believe we have much to gain by working together to address challenges and create greater opportunities for our young people. During my tenure in Parliament, some of you may know I spoke passionately about expanding cooperation with our neighbours to the north, and I'm happy to report that yesterday's discussions were fruitful and very promising, and we're looking at potential agreements that will foster joint programs, student and teacher exchanges, and shared sports initiatives. We discussed during that meeting some measurable steps that could be taken to improve cooperation across several topics under my purview as minister, including, like I mentioned, programs such as study and work exchange and co-hosting certain sport initiatives. Meeting with Mr. Bryan, the director of CITOS, we shared information as well on the central kitchen and school canteens with the intention to identify collaborative possibilities and improve our own schools' functioning when it comes to meals. And I hope to provide an update on some key objectives we identified by the end of March 2025. It's my firm belief that strengthening our cross-border cooperation would be beneficial for both sides of the island, and as minister, it's now my honor to get to move the needle forward on this very important topic. Additionally, following very productive meetings with all school boards held in January this year and also at the end of February, I will begin a series of school visits to engage with school managers and conduct facility inspections in collaboration with the Ministry of VSA and the Ministry of ROMI. These visits are going to allow me to assess the current state of our schools, identify urgent infrastructural needs, and ensure that our learning environments are safe, healthy, and conducive to student success and student and teacher well-being. I'm aiming to take a proactive approach, and I'm committed to addressing these concerns in a timely and structured manner. Additionally, we've commenced with a ministry optimization initiative. As a new minister of ECYS, one of my priorities, as I mentioned, is laying the groundwork for transformative change over the next 4 years by adopting a phased and strategic approach. This approach is centered on making the ministry more agile, improving workplace culture, and enhancing public perception while prioritizing key educational outcomes such as literacy and numeracy. To begin this process, we're going to soon start with an internal assessment to evaluate the efficiency of the ministry's structure, policies, and workflows, as well as an external stakeholder satisfaction survey. These assessments are going to allow us to identify inefficiencies, address gaps, and establish a clear roadmap for sustainable improvements. By streamlining our internal operations, we're aiming to create a more responsive and results-driven ministry that effectively serves educators, students, and the wider community. Our goal is to always foster a culture of accountability and excellence and to ensure that our ministry evolves into a modern institution that meets the needs of our people. Following that, the ministry, through the Department of Education, has officially commenced the comprehensive review and evaluation of foundation-based education in collaboration with consultants from CLIME, Creative Leadership and Innovative Management Bureau. This review is essential in assessing the effectiveness of our primary education system, ensuring that it's aligned with the needs of students and the evolving global educational landscape. Through this process, we will identify strengths, address gaps, and implement necessary reforms to improve learning outcomes. Stakeholder engagement, of course, is a critical part of this review, and we will ensure that educators, school boards, and parents have a voice in shaping the future of education on St. Martin. The evaluation is expected to take place over the coming months, and it will include a series of these stakeholder consultations, some field assessments, and data-driven analyses. And as Minister, I encourage and invite all educators, parents, community leaders, and interested parties to participate actively by sharing insights and feedback throughout the process. So in closing, the initiatives I shared today reflect our ministry's commitment to strengthening our educational, cultural, and sporting landscapes. We recognize that collaboration, strategic planning, and active engagement with stakeholders is crucial to achieving meaningful success and progress. I appreciate the continued support from the hardworking civil servants in this ministry, our educators, students, parents, and the broader community as we work towards building a more resilient and dynamic sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Gums, for your opening remarks. We will allow for the media to ask the questions once all ministers have presented. At this time, I would like to invite the Minister of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment, and Infrastructure, Patrice Gums Jr., to address you. Minister Gums.